everyone. It's Carol welcoming you to May Day afternoon here at Lightspring Glen, and I think you can hear me over the loudly singing waterfall. I've begun this video a few times and have accidentally shut it off, so we're giving it another try. Happy to be outdoors on this beautiful day. Its energies are just spectacular, with here in this tree before us, this tree called shadbush, beautiful blossoms, and I might well put in that still picture at the, when you post the video, and close-up of its blossoms for you to enjoy. There's my upended garden cart. Upended so all of that was gathered and there would stay dry in what have been heavy rains over the last day and a half or so. So let's walk back over here. You can see the yellow dandelions sprinkled through the lawn, and by tomorrow, when it's dried out a little bit more, there will be no putting off the first lawn mowing. But at the moment, the bees that are out now are enjoying their abundance. And while they will be, a good many of them, chopped off by the lawnmower, they are not going, they will return in great numbers. So let's see if I can sit down now without shutting off the video here on the bench so we can spend a little time together. Hopefully I'm not bouncing around too much, so let me focus on this. And oops, okay, I see what wouldn't be a good idea. All right, oops, probably a bit of my hand got in on this. So squinting to make sure that you have something that resembles, yes, okay, right? Yes, I think so. Well, we're gonna go with this. It appears that I'm gonna wave my hand at you once just to make sure, yes, okay. We appear to be doing just fine. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Impossible at times in this spring as it is coming on to its beautiful fullness to reflect on where we were a year ago, but I won't dwell on that. I'll start again to say to all of you, happy May Day and Beltane blessings. Other years, if things were a little bit more conducive to it, I'm sure I would have invited people to come and help celebrate this particular day in the wheel of the year, May Day in Beltane. It's one of the cross-quarter days of the wheel of the year. It comes, it's in the middle of the equinox of March, the vernal equinox. Just about all of watching this video, you are more than likely like me living in the northern hemisphere, so it was the vernal equinox. And on into June, and how many weeks are we talking about here? Oh my goodness, June, May, June, about 8 weeks. It will be the summer solstice. So here we are today in this beautiful May Day, or Beltane as I am much more apt to call it in these many years of celebrating the Celtic wheel of the year. The energies being this wonderful blossoming of springtime into its full glories. Even though the leaves are still small, they will be rapidly enlarging, getting to their full size. The trees are waking up. Well, they've woken up, and I think they're certainly stretching and becoming vibrant in their summer presence. They're warm months that they are very much alive and are vibrant companions in these months. So these are times of new beginnings. I will speak quickly to the point that of the last video, I certainly said, if you watched it, you may have wondered, I would make an Earth Day video. And it simply didn't gel in ways that I would have liked it to, so I've just let things flow on to this May Day, celebrating some of this beautiful day with you. There's been an incredible full moon of earlier this week on Monday, the full Scorpio pink moon, super moon, and it was a dandy. The weather was at that point spring mild appropriately, and then it made this big shift to rainy days and even some snow in the air. Nothing that, for us anyway, stayed on the ground. But even this morning, it was quite dark. The forecast said the sun would come, and there was snow in the air. I was feeling a tad discouraged, but I had a sense that we would be able to meander out here and enjoy this springtime day. The unfolding of this year, well, let me go back to talk a little bit about Beltane in terms of its name and its ancientness. Bel is, and I'm going to say, well, Celtic for certain. Sometimes I get a little, my memory sometimes will trip me up in terms of, was it Irish, was it British or whatever, but Bel is a sun god, the bright one, and Tane or Tana is fire, holy fire. So it is the bright and holy fire. It is this brightening fire of the green world that we are celebrating in this part of the well, I guess I'll say northeast, certainly where I live. And for those who do have winter, you are experiencing this as well, this brightening, this coming alive of the land. A year ago, made a mention of this. It was, I think, a lovely day, but one in which we were very much exclusive in our places of where we lived, and there was so much going on that was, well, the word coming to mind is trepidatious about what it was we were within. Where were we in this unfolding time, this momentous time of the pandemic? We are in these 12 months on, 14 months almost maybe, we are emerging to a much brighter, hopeful time. A time of renewal in ways that probably we could not have even pictured a year ago. But nonetheless, we are here now and celebrating just that renewal. Wanted to mention, because I was going to when we sat down, that directly across from where we are, straight over yonder, over the branches of that pine tree that's lying there in the pond, there is a lovely stream, and you can see its waterfall, one of the streams that flows down from the hills, or from the hill above Richardson Hill. We're looking kind of southeast in this picture as well. So, and in the pond that you see here, the frogs have emerged in some of the warmer days of a week or two ago, a couple weeks ago now, and then it swung back to a colder kind of late winter mix, and now we're back into what I would like to think for certain is a, give us a little look at the pine woods here as well. So I don't know if I'll rattle on too much more about it. Mostly just glad to be out here enjoying this with you on this warming up Beltane afternoon. the energies of the full moon that I mentioned and the opening of the year into its greenness, its full greenness, reflects how it is that we are opening up our own lives, as with vaccinations and with, at least where we are in North America, a sense of some safety in gatherings and, you know, kind of being able to take deep breaths again, and rejoicing in that as well. Still a great need for caution, and not, at least in my view anyway, and others I know feel the same. Oh my goodness, there's a kingfisher that's joined us. That's that rattling call. You might see him coming through. So, for yourselves, as this year unfolds into the mid-spring and moving towards the solstice, do remember that in the time when we were all in a place where stillness and quiet was really forced upon us to a certain degree, but something that we could take advantage of. And now we're ready to kind of bust out with spring break-in open, and we may not wisely attempt to get up to a speed that we were at before the pandemic taught us and required something far different. So many of the videos that are here on Between the Realms channel that I offered during the pandemic were ways to help you address and practice self-care, something that is still very much needed. Time in nature will be something we can take much greater advantage of this year, and with others, if we so desire. But don't lose track of habits you developed around self-care, especially those that took you out into nature. In videos that follow, I'm sure I'll elaborate some on this theme. For those who are new to these videos, thank you very much for seeing this one today and celebrating a bit of May Day's energies. I'm hoping you're not slanted now that I'm looking at the camera. Side note. So do, if you would like to anyway, go back to the list of them in the videos, and there is a title to each one, and that the idea of things that you could do in self-care, especially in terms of being with nature and allowing her to be a part of that self-care. Here where I live at Lightspring Glen, it's a blessing I have each and every day. I am most fortunate, and these videos are a way for me to share that with you. Now that such gatherings can happen again, as would have been true on May Day, 2 years ago. I actually was in England for that with a fabulous group of friends, and we were at Chalice Well. So unbelievable, that beautiful, beautiful gathering. So today's is me in a solitary fashion talking to you. There will be a solstice gathering in June, the 20th or the 21st. And if you are in any place near enough to drive here, do let me know. I will most certainly be making a video, and I probably won't have to worry. Oh, there's a little about staying warm enough. So with that, I want to offer you a blessing that honors this beautiful earth, who is our home, who is our mother, who on a day like this in cultures all over the world, whether it be the fall celebration going into autumn, Samhain, or whether it be this is a blessing that each and every day, and I'll include its words below, is one that honors the earth in all her beautiful elemental dimensions. So I will conclude with that today. Thanks so much for enjoying this video. It's wonderful and helps raise the visibility of the videos on my channel if you would tap that like button below, and it'd be lovely if you subscribed if you care to. That also is a way to help these videos go out to more people. So, May Day blessings to all, concluding with this blessing of Caitlin Matthews. Blessed be the precious and preserving air by which we are given life. Blessed be the precious and preserving fire. And we have it today. Yay! Blessed be the precious and preserving fire by which we are warmed, and we are. Blessed be the precious and preserving waters by which we are cleansed. Blessed be the precious and preserving land by which we are sustained. Blessed be the precious and preserving spirit within and around us. Blessed be the precious and preserving ancestors now, then, and to come. Happy May Day from Lightspring Glen. Beltane blessings. Take good care. Love from Lightspring Glen.